What's up everyone? Welcome to the very first Ace Customs video log. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wayne Exner and I'm co-owner of Ace Customs and Ace Customs Racing. Those of you that follow us on Facebook and Instagram will know that we're pretty active on those platforms. We do have a YouTube channel, however historically we've only ever used that channel to document some of our bigger projects and introduce them as we start with the project, and also to publish our completed project videos. Going forward, we're planning on being much more active on YouTube. We want to give you guys an in-depth look at what goes on in the shop on a daily basis, giving you weekly updates on our projects that are going on in the shop, big and small projects, so those projects that are ongoing as well as the few day projects that come in. We'll also be doing shop project updates, giving you guys feedback on where we are with those projects. So if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in and around the shop as well as what's going on with our shop projects, make sure you click that subscribe button and enable notifications. That way you'll get notified when we put out a new video. We'll be watching the comments section closely, so let us know what you like, what's cool, what's not cool, what content you'd like to see on the channel, and we'll make sure we'll publish that. This being our first video log, we want to update you guys on the 3 biggest projects that we've been busy with and that are very close to completion. Those projects being the 68 Camaro build, the E30 Wide Body race car, and the 325 IS restoration. The 68 Camaro build has obviously been one of our biggest projects to date, with a complete ground-up build from the shell. The vision behind this vehicle is actually that it's a street racing car. The car overall is about 85% done, mechanically probably about 95% done. It's a 383 stroker, which was built in-house by Ace Customs Racing. We've got the Spectre air intake installed. We've got the billet fender braces and billet bonnet hinges. This car is actually running a Holley EFI system, which basically mimics the look of a traditional carburetor. However, it's actually a fuel injection system. It's called a sniper system. There you can see the sniper coil. We're actually having a bit of an issue with the electronics at the moment, but we'll get it sorted out. We're actually running a Tilton pedal box in the vehicle, and there you can see the Tilton reservoir, full serpentine belt kit. It's got vintage air conditioning, custom radiator. This really is an all-out build. The customer has spared no expense on this build, and it's going to be phenomenal when it's done. As I said, the vision behind the vehicle is a street racing vehicle, so it's got a half cage. We've also covered and stitched the half cage, Corbeau racing seats, Corbeau harnesses going in. It's got a custom center console that's actually called the coffin traditionally, but has been customized by us. Rockford PMX2 Hurst shifter, full Dakota digital gauge set. As I mentioned, vintage aircon. You can actually see the screen there for the Sniper EFI unit. We still need to finish up the dash. Vehicle actually runs a Tilton pedal box, as I mentioned earlier, so we had to build a custom throttle linkage to get all of that to work. You'll actually see that the pedal box, we've joined what would normally be the clutch and brake pedal to make a single unit into the brake pedal, so there's obviously no clutch because it's running a TH350 auto box. Door panels are still to go in. We've got a bit of an issue with door alignment, but that'll be sorted out in the coming weeks. You can see the rear seat delete has gone in. It'll actually mimic the design of the door panels, or we have mimicked the design of the door panels on the rear seat delete. Base panels are still to go in and the completion of the rear console. Fuel cells in with all the fuel system. We've completed the rear panels and the side paneling on the vehicle. That actually houses the fuse box behind there. Similar paneling on the other side. Carpeting all in. Obviously a lot of detailing and cleaning still to be done. Custom rear shelf like you saw earlier on the 325 IS. That's actually a pressed grille, also made in-house, routed. The surround has been routed in-house. Remaining items on this vehicle: sort out the bodywork, alignment issues on the doors, Got a few mechanical issues to sort out. Test drive the vehicle, make sure everything's 100% before we hand it over to the customer. But it's coming together. It's going to be one of our biggest and most phenomenal builds we've completed to date. So keep an eye out. We'll be keeping everyone up to date via our normal social media channels. If you want more info on where we started with this Camaro build, I'll put a link to the intro video in the description, so check it out below. Then on the E30 Wide Body, obviously we've posted quite a lot of pictures on this vehicle over the course of the last few months on Instagram and Facebook. As you can see, we've got the body kit on now. The interior of the car is mostly done. We've got the side trims going on. We've got a lot of the rubbers on. All that type of thing is getting ready. The interior is basically done. We still need to do front door panels and sort out a few issues. The windows electric windows are working now. We've sorted out brake lights, headlights, all that type of thing. We still need to add a few trims, a couple of other things. We replaced the rear windows that were originally Lexan. We've gone back to original glass. We just believe it gives the vehicle a nicer, cleaner feel. We actually had an issue on the dyno with the fuel pump, so we had to replace the fuel pump. However, that's all sorted now, although the vehicle does still need to go back to the dyno. We've got to make a few changes to the exhaust, and also we want to upgrade the Spitronics unit. As you can see, the bumpers are going on as well. The wheels have just come together perfectly. We were considering diamond cutting the face of the wheel. However, the customer has decided to leave them all black. This is obviously a Lexus engined vehicle, normally aspirated Lexus. It's currently making about 170 kilowatt on the wheels. It is supercharged as well, although it's not making quite the power we had hoped. You'll notice on the front grille, we've done these little intakes, actually using subwoofer ports. That actually feeds air into the airbox. And then obviously on the other side as well. For those of you that haven't seen the interior of this vehicle, we actually went for a bit of a fighter plane type look, so a lot of aluminium, custom built dash panels. Vehicle's also got nitrous. We've had the nitrous bottle repainted or powder coated in red, so that's still got to go back in. The second seat is also out because we were just busy with some things. Remaining items on this vehicle, we need to sort out the bonnet catches, we need to sort out the air intake, as I mentioned, swap out the Spitronics and re-dyno the vehicle. We also need to make a change to the exhaust. It's a bit too loud. I don't think the customer will be allowed to use the vehicle on the road or even on the track. And then we're waiting for a few panels to come back from paint. We can complete the body kit, and then the vehicle should be pretty much done. So keep an eye out for a completed project video of this vehicle. So let's talk about the 325 IS restoration we've been busy with. So far, we've done a huge amount of work on this car. When the car came to us, it was a non-runner. The interior was stripped and an absolute shambles. The car had very, very bad rust, which we've actually had to now go through and fix. A lot of the issues have been resolved. We're currently busy with the boot build for the audio. We've done the floor. We've done the interior, has been completely redone in Alcantara and Napa leather. We've got the Brayton wheels on. We've been through the suspension. We've been through the engine. As yet, we haven't test driven the car. However, that will be planned, or that is planned, for early in the new year. Like all of our custom show cars, this vehicle will be getting a full Rockford Fosgate install. Basically, we've rebuilt the entire boot, single 12-inch Rockford Fosgate sub going in. We've recarpeted all the panels, including the boot panel where the tool storage is. We've recarpeted all the side panels as well, built a custom floor that still allows access to the spare wheel. The beauty panel will be getting some red accents as well as some lighting. So this is really going to be a cool install by the time we're done. As I mentioned, we've completely redone the interior on this vehicle. The dash was recovered in vinyl. The seats were redone in Napa and Alcantara. The carpet was redone, center console recovered, gear boot, all of that was redone. Seat logos done, rear seat done as well. Basically at the moment we're busy with sorting out an issue we're having with the clocks, so that still needs to be sorted out. Then we need to install the head unit and complete the audio install. As you can see, we've got a custom backboard built in there to allow base through into the cabin. The same seat logos and Napa and Alcantara on the rear seats. The roof lining in the vehicle was also redone, as well as a new sunroof installed. Well, a second-hand sunroof that we salvaged from a damaged vehicle, because this sunroof had actually been glued shut by the previous owner, and we had to remove the glue, get the sunroof out, replace all the rails, replace all the mechanism, and the sunroof is actually now working. The only thing we're having a problem with still is the fine little seal that goes around the sunroof to finish it off, but we'll get that sorted out as well. Door panels are also redone in Napa and Alcantara. Next steps on the 325 IS project, we need to do a final dyno tune on the vehicle, and then we need to sort out bodywork. There's some damage to the front bumper, which actually happened when the vehicle was towed to us by the towing company. And there's some paintwork issues and a full detail that need to be done, and then lots of little niggly issues that we need to sort out that obviously define a custom car. As an Ace Customs vehicle, we need to get the car as close to perfect as we can. It's important to remember that this vehicle was very bad, and we have not done a full restoration on this vehicle. However, it will be very, very special when it's done. And then it can go back to the customer, and hopefully he can get many miles of enjoyment out of it. We're planning on doing weekly video logs, updating you guys on what's going on in the shop, as well as updates on our shop projects. Those will come as and when we have developments in those areas. Make sure you keep an eye on the channel for an upcoming video which will give you a full update on Sean's shop project, the VW Mark 1 Golf. We now have the new motor in and a huge amount of work been done by Sean to get the car ready. In the new year, it'll be dynoed and be ready for the road. So keep an eye out. We'll give you a full update on that in an upcoming video. We hope you've enjoyed our first video log, giving you guys updates on all our projects. Make sure you subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Keep an eye out in the coming weeks. We've got some shop project videos, including an update on the Superboss project, the Subaru project, as well as a new project that's come into the shop that we're quite excited about, something completely different that we've never done before or never worked with before. So keep an eye out for that.